Hello there, and welcome to Let's Talk About. I am your host, Caffeinated Katie, and this is where I talk about stuff. Boy, do we have a doozy today. Leprechaun 4
in space!
It exists, but before we dive on into this film that could be charged with cruel and unusual punishment, a few fun facts. Number 1, there are no fun facts, because there is nothing fun about this movie. So, without further ado, let's get this over with. We open on the Starship Trooper rejects that are the main cast of this turd of a movie.
Semper Fi, do or die, kill, kill, kill!
Proceed to target area Delta!
I hate this slab wrangle of a sergeant.
What the hell are you doing here, lady? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
We then meet Dr. Tina Reeves, who is about as believable as a scientist as Denise Richards in The World Is Not Enough. Now, I'm not saying scientists can't be hot, but you're in space. Dress the part. Who do you think you are, Ellie Sattler? Wait a second. Denise Richards was in Starship Troopers, and she was in The World Is Not Enough. What does it mean? What does it mean? Nothing. It means nothing. I'm just stalling because I really don't want to talk about this movie. But alas, it is part of the Leprechaun series, so here I am. Dr. Reeves has been hired by Dr. Mittenhand to collect alien life form samples that she finds on the planet Ithacon. We then cut to the Leprechaun. He's in space now. You know, I was okay with him being out in the country. I was okay with him being in the suburbs. I loved it when he was in Vegas. But space? How did he even get there? It's kind of far. Maybe he's just pioneering for 90s horror villains who want to visit space. He wants to marry Princess Tsarina so he can get control of her father's Kingdom Dominia, the kingdom of British accents and body glitter.
Your wife? Your wife?
She initially declines, but once she sees the leprechaun's riches, her tune changes a bit.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no bro.
Leprechaun! Shortly after, the Space Marines show up. Really?
I think George Lucas gonna sue somebody.
The Leprechaun kills Private Lucky, who I guess wasn't too lucky. The Leprechaun steals Private Lucky's gun, and a firefight ensues until a grenade is thrown and the Leprechaun sacrifices himself by jumping on it to save Princess Tsarina.
Catch a grenade, oh yeah.
Marine Kowalski, like a true gentleman, pees on the Leprechaun's corpse, and the Leprechaun's energy goes up his pee stream to, I guess, incubate in his bladder? They grab Princess Tsarina and take her back to base. Later, Marine Kowalski and Marine Dolores are getting hot and heavy when... Marine Dolores runs off and Kowalski dies? I guess the thought of never being able to nut again killed him. The team follows the Leprechaun into the toxic waste compactor. Mooch and Books go in, and Mooch dies because the Leprechaun cuts a hole in his suit, exposing him to flesh-eating bacteria. We then find out Dr. Mittenhand is a cyborg. God, this movie.
And thus is what my
So, everyone was just okay with how that shot looked? We cut back to the Leprechaun, who realizes that if he marries Princess Tsarina, he'll have to split half of his riches with her, so he decides that after he marries her, he'll kill her. Marine Daniels gets killed, squished by... something? Then Marine Dolores dies by falling.
This little piggy, a friend
And the Leprechaun gets into the lab by taking Dr. Reeves' form.
You saved my life.
He kills Howard by flattening his head. He injects Dr. Mittenhand with blended up scorpion, tarantula, and some of Princess Tsarina's blood because it has regenerative power.
Ah, yes, of course.
Why does he have a ball gag? The Space Marines race after the Leprechaun when they come across Princess Tsarina, and apparently her boobs can kill?
Queen of the Damned.
I only know one Queen of the Damned. They also never come back to this. I'm fairly certain that it was just a weak plot point to have a titty scene. So the Leprechaun, I guess, mind controls the sergeant to go to the space bar, and then this happens.
What is your malfunction, Sticks? Oh, I can't go on like this. Yeah, nunchucks.
What the fuck am I even watching? So it turns out Sarge was an android. And, you know, leprechauns with their extensive knowledge of robotics just rewires his brain.
Damn. He wasn't even human.
This is one of the most painful scenes of the movie because it's intertwined with Dr. Mittenhand's transformation into whatever the fuck this is.
Mitten Spider. I can fuck. Monsieur! I can walk!
So Princess Tsarina and the Leprechaun head to the cargo bay to get his gold because, believe it or not, this is still a Leprechaun movie. The self-destruct countdown begins, and Styx goes to see if he can shut it down with the password, and he gets attacked by Dr. Mittenhand. But we don't get to see anything happen between Dr. Mittenhand and Styx. No, we get to see the Leprechaun and Princess Tsarina bickering. That's what I want in my Leprechaun movie, domestic disdain. So he knocks Princess Tsarina out and gets into a firefight with Tina and Books while Styx tries to figure out the password to shut down the self-destruct countdown. The Leprechaun then gets hit with a shrink enlarge ray.
All right. Big is good.
Oh, Mr. Davis, you're so much better than this. Tina goes to help Styx and kills Dr. Mittenhand.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Books tells Tina to open the cargo bay door while he escapes with Princess Tsarina.
Open the outer door to cargo bay 2.
Why is she acting like she's drunk? The Leprechaun gets sucked out into space, they figure out the password, Princess Tsarina is written out of the script, Tina and Books kiss, and mercifully, the movie ends.
Same to you, pal.
This movie sucks. How do you go from the perfect 10 that is Leprechaun in Vegas to whatever this is? This movie is so bad, it actually gave me a headache to witness it. It's like they had an idea for a movie, and they used this existing IP to lure in fans, and then it just became a footnote. This isn't Leprechaun in space. This is discount Starship Troopers with a Leprechaun. Just skip this one. There's so much wrong with it that I didn't comment on because after a while, I just went numb. Like, I couldn't cringe anymore. No. I wasn't cringing. I was wincing because it physically hurt me to watch this movie. It's actually a marvel that it sucks so much because it's got all the goofiness of the third one, but the characters are cliche, there's too many plot holes, and the painful to watch moments outweigh the moments that I'm ashamed to say actually got a laugh out of me.
Cool.
God, I mean, it's Leprechaun in space!
What were they thinking?
I think I'm gonna take a break from the Leprechaun movies. There's 4 more to do, but I don't know how much more I can put myself through. Plus, it'll give me something to review for next St. Patrick's Day. So, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and as always, stay caffeinated.